Go. 1, 2.
If you've ever wanted to see an idiot spray champagne all over his camper van, this is almost that video. Wow, so in 2 months we went from 100 to 1,000 people interested in these videos. And that's pretty crazy to me. Hopefully, at 10,000 subscribers, you can come sit next to me and we can share the champagne. And in case you're wondering, this is the champagne that I keep in there on the Dometic Fridge Box recommendation. See, I'm absolutely going to keep a bottle of champagne in mine, just like on the picture, 24/7. Now I know it's kind of a cop-out to not explode the bottle, but I don't want champagne all over my car. That wasn't so bad. Since I work mostly, well, 80% on the internet, I decided to give a minimalist lifestyle a try. And I figured if I was going to go for the Spartan-like living, I might as well travel around while I do it. Then I started planning and thought making this van would be pretty cool. After my big project was done in November of 16, I took some of the money and started really building. Originally, these videos were just for my own documentation and some kind of funnish thing to do to take up my time. And of course to show my friends and family where I'm traveling and what I'm up. Although I haven't even gotten to those videos yet. I'm fascinated by the thought that my children and grandchildren will have all this content of me. Can you imagine watching a vlog of your grandfather? And then there's the entirely likely scenario that artificial intelligence will be able to recreate our personality from video data in the future. So maybe I'll be an AI in the future. That'd be pretty neat. Now, I don't have any hopes that YouTube will be around in 100 years, but at least I'll have the video files to pass down. And then by putting all this content out there, I can hopefully meet and chat with some cool people along the way. Now we know why Dometic recommends champagne in your fridge. So here's a little behind the scenes stuff. I've actually been on the road since mid-July, and it's currently November 2nd. So there's a bit of a time lapse between when I'm making the van videos and when you're seeing it. You can look forward to some pretty cool things once I'm on the road. Although I'm still trying to figure out what the coolest way to present that is. I don't want to do a standard, travel vlog that's been done before, so I'll try and make it interesting. It's kind of funny. One of the things I was so excited to do was to have all this free time to sit down and read a whole bunch. I have all these books down here, and I've got tons of ebooks, like an infinite amount of ebooks that I can go through. I also really enjoy audiobooks. Those are great for when I like traveling the whole day. But I'll tell you, that's hard to do. I mean, I'm busy doing this, it just goes to show that your work will fill up the time you allow it. If you only have 5 hours to work in a day, you'll be working those full 5 hours. But if you say like, oh, don't worry about it, I've got 24 hours to do this project, it's gonna take you 24 hours if you allow yourself to do that. So now that we're all internet famous, it's time to cash out. Netflix has approached me and we're gonna do 6 seasons and a movie. We start filming in the spring. But really, I just wanted to thank everyone for watching and sharing. I can't believe it. It's given me a new hobby that I actually think is a little bit productive, so I'm very grateful for that. It was much needed at the time. In case you're wondering, yes, I do wear the suit every day in the van. And champagne every day. Every day. One thing about recording in the van is that this is orange, so it makes it look like my face is really red. Look at my forehead. It's not red, it's just the lighting. I need to get like some spotlights, some diffused lighting up on the side. Make it look really professional, right? I could have a whole podcast studio inside the van. In fact, I'd love to do some sort of audio podcast if anyone has some good ideas. And it's not just about van stuff either. I'm trying to think of anything. I actually said if I ever got to 1,000 subs, I would buy like a DSLR camera, something really nice, and be like, yeah, so I've got something here. Maybe somebody wants to watch it. I'll make a better quality thing. But I started doing research, and my smartphone's a pretty good camera. It's really going to be hard to justify like spending that much money on a professional camera when my, Galaxy phone can do a pretty close job. I also think it's more about, sounds pretentious to say the art of it, but, making it entertaining. I do a lot of editing for each video, as you can see. I actually film in clips, so it's normally like a little behind the scenes magic. It's normally like 8 to 30 seconds. You don't want to watch me saw something for 2 minutes, even if it took me like 20 minutes to saw something. That's not entertaining. You don't want to watch that. So I cut things up a lot, and I do a lot of jump cuts, transitions to make things interesting. In fact, I started to add more special effects like glitch transitions and things like that in the latest videos, and I really like how that turned out. I normally don't talk a lot about myself. This is kind of like a test to see if anybody's interested. I'm not so arrogant enough that I think my life is personally interesting. What's interesting is what I'm doing, not who I am as a person. If there's something you want to know, you can just ask and I'll probably tell you. I didn't want to take a whole video and do something like, oh, subscriber special, because that's not entertaining. Most people don't watch those. But I figured if I could make it a little entertaining and provide a little bit of value, somebody might watch it. What's been really encouraging for me is the number of comments. Part of my intentions of putting these videos out there is to find like-minded people. A community built around shared values is always the strongest kind. And I think in life, that's one of the things we're all looking for. If you guys drop a like and click that little bell down there to get notifications, leave comments about what you'd like to see or have questions, I'll be sure to get back to you about it.